Hey guys, it's me, Susan. It's really early in the morning. If you can't tell by my weird deep man voice. I just thought I would do another getting ready video today. I've already washed my face and moisturized and primed and everything, so that's where I'm gonna start at, is after that. So it's been a while, haven't recorded a video. I'm sorry. Again, I have 2 jobs. I'm really busy, so I'm trying to do this when I can. So bear with me, please, if you're just dying. I'm sure you're just dying for a new video all the time. Sorry, I'm like half awake right now. Perks of working in an office job, I guess. Having to wake up at the ass crack of dawn. You know? I'm just so tired. I haven't had a day off in over a month. And, I'm exhausted. So, exciting news. Well, I mean, it's not really news. My Seattle trip is officially 30 days away. So exciting. I'm just so ready to go. Because honestly, that might be my next day off. Oops. Actually, that's not true. I do have, I did take off from Torrid in a couple weekends because I have a bachelorette party to go to. So I do have that weekend off, but it's like 2 weeks before I leave, so it's still quite a ways away. And I just poured way too much foundation on my leg, but oh well. So other than that, you know, nothing really new to report. I ordered a record player. That should be here today, thanks to my wonderful sister. So it's funny. So I've been wanting to buy a record player for a really long time. I mean, I know that some of them aren't that expensive, but I wanted to get a cool, like, not like a really expensive one, but I just wanted to get one that was like my personality and that fit with my house and stuff. So, I haven't bought one because I really haven't had the extra money to do that. So I actually got a $100 rewards card from AT&T for signing up for their internet. So I finally got that activated, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this to buy my record player. So, like, last Thursday? Yeah. Last Thursday, I was like, okay, we're doing this. So I actually bought, I wanted to buy my record player, and I've been wanting for a really long time one of those Fujifilm Instax cameras. Just because they're a little nostalgic. I mean, when I was little, I had an actual, like, old school Polaroid camera. Well, it was my mom's, but I used it all the time. And I thought they were so cool, like, you know, taking the picture out and basically immediately getting a picture. I mean, talk about instant gratification. And then I don't know if you guys remember, they had these really skinny, long cameras, and you could take a picture and it'd print out this tiny, it was long thing that came out, and then it had a tiny little square right in the middle that had the picture on it. I had one of those too. So, I mean, that's honestly, I think I've always loved cameras like that. So, I've been wanting one for a really long time. And I thought, hey, why not get one now? And I can use it for my trip to Seattle because I really want to start like a travel journal. So I thought that having one of those Fujifilm Instax cameras would be the perfect way to, you know, put pictures in there without taking up so much space. So last Thursday, sorry, my voice is not awake either. And I keep sniffling because for whatever reason when I wake up in the morning my head is just full of snot. Anyway, so I got that rewards card, and Thursday, well, I've had it for a while, but I haven't really had a reason to use it. And then I just hit me the other day. I was like, oh my god, I have this $100 card in my wallet that I haven't even activated yet. So Thursday I found the one that I wanted. So basically, the color that I got in both the camera and the record player, I got because A, I liked the color, and B, because the color was the cheapest color, and I wanted to get everything, you know, with my card. I wanted to get it all with my card and not have to like split it up or anything. So Thursday I put it all on my card. It was like $88 and I was like, this is perfect. And I just scratched the shit out of myself with my clothes. So I was doing it. I did it on my lunch at work, and then my lunch ended. And I was like, oh, I gotta get back to work. And so I forgot about checking out. I was like, oh, no. So I didn't remember until Friday night. And I was like, oh my god, I never checked out on my stuff on Amazon. So I went on Amazon and went to my cart, and so I found a cover for the camera that was like a transparent glittery cover for $9. Why wouldn't you buy it? You know how I am about glitter. So that's all that was in there, was my camera and my camera cover. The record player was gone, and I was like, what is going on? I was like, no. So then I scrolled down on my cart, and it said, you know, it has, I don't know if you've ever bought stuff on Amazon or anything, but you can save stuff for later. And so it puts it in a section under your actual cart. And so the record player was saved under save for later, and I was like, why? Why is that not in my cart? So I clicked on it, and in the span of 24 hours, they moved that Victrola record player in hot pink from the everyone can purchase this list to the only Amazon Prime members can purchase this. And it was like the only color they did that on. And I was like, are you kidding me? Really? So the other color that I had been debating on was actually a red and black buffalo plaid. And that's like my favorite pattern ever. But I didn't want to get it because, number one, it wouldn't necessarily match. Like, I plan on doing, for fall and Christmas, I plan on doing a lot of buffalo plaid in my house. So it would only match, like, part of the year. And two, I didn't want to get it. I wanted to get the pink one over it because it was $20 cheaper. So I was just like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have Amazon Prime. I can't afford that. It's like $100 a year, which I realize that's probably how much I pay for Netflix. Actually, more than that, because I pay like, I think $15 for Netflix a month because I have 2 other people using it besides me. Because I'm nice like that. And I have to pay $15 because if all 3 of us are wanting to watch Netflix at the same time, paying the normal one, it won't let you. It only lets you have like 2 screens or something. But if you pay extra, then we're fine. So, and I watch Netflix all day. So at my job, they really don't care if you watch Netflix. So I watch Netflix or Hulu all day. Right now I'm watching Bones. I'm almost done. Thank God. It's taking me forever. Because there's 12 seasons and like 22 to 24 episodes a season. I'm on season 10 right now. And I won't ruin it for anyone who's wanting to watch it but hasn't. But one of the saddest episodes just happened. And I was watching it yesterday at work and I just sat at my desk and cried. Perks of being empathetic. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, to continue my story, wow, tangent alert, like hardcore. Anyway, continuing with my story, so I was sitting there like trying to figure out what was I gonna do. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait and ouch, and not be able to get my record player because I wanted it right there, especially because. Oh, there's a mosquito in my bathroom. Go away. No one likes you here. Anyway. I especially need it like right now because, I mean, I don't need it. I would really like it right now because they're actually, so they're in Fayetteville. There's a place called Block Street Records. And they're actually opening a Bentonville location on the 18th of this month. And so it's perfect. And I realized, like, I probably won't be buying a lot of records from there just because, like, the prices are going to be outrageous. I'll probably go to Vintage Stock most of the time. But, I mean, it's still cool, right? I mean, whoever thought that record stores would come back, you know? I mean, I don't plan on CDs coming back, but records are just timeless. My grandma used to have a record player, and I've never listened. I don't know if she still has it, but I never listened to music on there. She always just had books for us to listen to, like old school Audible. That's where it's at. Okay. So, I just had an epiphany. I was like, oh my gosh. My sister has Amazon Prime. So, I messaged her and I was like, hey, you still have Amazon Prime? She was like, of course. It's like, well, do you think you could do me a favor tomorrow? Because it was late and I was in bed. I was not getting up to get my wallet. Now, if I was using my normal debit card, that would have been fine because I have the numbers memorized, but I don't have a purpose to memorize the other card number because after it's empty, then that's it. It's dead. So she was like, what do you need? And I was like, well, told a whole spiel. And I was like, do you think you could buy it for me with my card and send it to my house? And she was like, yeah, we can do that. And I was like, yes. So it should be coming today. I'm so excited. And then my camera should be here between tomorrow and the 14th, whenever that is. I don't know. So, I'm just really excited. Been wanting a record player for a really long time. Maybe that's like the hipster in me. I don't know. I think I have a little bit of hipster in me. I was talking to someone yesterday about my trip to Seattle, and he was like, you better not, better stay away from those hipsters. He said something about them wearing plaid and like getting their beard oil all over me and handing me like a trade-free chai tea or something. And I was like, well, am I a hipster? Because I love plaid and I love beards and I love chai tea. And then he said something about if they have a Conor Oberst shirt on, then you definitely need to stay away. And I was like, I've been listening to Bright Eyes for so long. And he was like, wow, 4 out of 4. So maybe I'm a little hipster. I don't know. I don't really classify myself to one thing. I just like so many things. That's like with the way that I dress. I don't stick to one certain thing, you know? Like some days I'll be dressed like like a preppy girl, like I've got on cheetah print and red lipstick and blah blah blah. And then some days I'll like look like Morticia Adams. I just don't really have a set look. I just wear what I like, and I feel like everyone should do that. I mean, if you like several different things, I mean, just don't not buy something because it doesn't fit into your perceived style that everyone has of you. You know what I mean? I just buy it and wear it and rock the shit out of it. That's what I do. I don't really care. The only thing I didn't buy for my camera was film, because I was like, maybe I can find some at Walmart since I get a discount. That'll be like cheaper than having it shipped to my house. I don't know. I have to look. I hardly ever go to Walmart anymore. I hardly go to Walmart because I don't cook for myself anymore. Do you know how hard it is to cook for one person? It's really hard. Especially when you have cooked for 2 people, like your whole adult life. And then you're like, how do I cook for just myself? Like I always, The Office is one of my favorite shows, and I always thought the line from Andy was funny where his like, I think it was the resolution episode, and his resolution was to learn how to cook for one, and I always thought that was hilarious. But it's something that is so like important to figure out, because I don't know how to cook for one. And honestly, I'm a person who hates leftovers. I don't like them whatsoever. Like they're just, ow, my foot's asleep. I'm trying to wake it up. There's just like, there's rarely anything that is good warmed up the second time. Like, I could do pizza warmed up. That's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to wake up my foot. There's not very much space in here for me to move my foot around. what else? Like, I guess leftover mac and cheese is okay. And leftover meat, but not really. I mean, sometimes it's a hit or miss on whether you warm up your, like, a leftover chicken breast in the microwave, and sometimes it comes out okay, and sometimes it comes out, like, dry as fuck. So I don't go buy groceries anymore because I don't know how to cook for one person. That's why I really want my best friend to move back from Conway to here so she can live in my house, and then I could cook for both of us. I don't know if she listens. I don't know if she watches these. But if you are, you know who you are. But yeah, I don't ever go to Walmart anymore because I don't buy groceries anymore. If I do get groceries, I stop off at Harps right by my house. And yeah, Harps isn't as cheap as Walmart, but I'm basically paying for the convenience of just going right by my house. And Harps is like a local grocery store chain for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, I gotta move some of this stuff because my leg is like dead asleep. Oh man, sitting on a toilet is rough. So, what else has been going on? I mean, basically nothing. I'm just working all the time. That's pretty much it. Oh, this weekend was so tiring. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to die. I'm exaggerating just a tad. So, Saturday, so it was tax-free weekend here in Arkansas. So, Saturday, I had to work at Torrid from 6 to 10:30. Now, normally the mall closes at 9, but because it was tax-free weekend, we were open an hour later. And I was like, ugh, that's terrible. So, Saturday, I had gotten ready. I was about to leave my house. I got in my car. And my car is like 10 years old, but it's at least like new enough to where it tells me like how much air is in my tire and my percentage of oil and So I turned my car on and it had this like huge yellow exclamation point and it was like, check tire pressure. And I was like, what? Like, no. So I went to the screen where it shows my tire pressure. I say screen. It's like the little thing. Definitely don't have a screen in my car. And my left rear tire was at a 3 when it's supposed to be at like a 30. And I was like, oh no. So I went out and looked at my tire. I got out and looked at my tire. And yeah, it was flat as fuck. And I was like, oh my god. So I called my mom. And I was like, hey, you guys got, y'all got an air pump up there? And she was like, what? And I was like, an air pump. Do you have one up there? She was like, no, she was like, it's in Sturgis with Larry. So my stepdad and his brother went to Sturgis they took the RV and their motorcycles and they went to Sturgis. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. She was like, do you have a flat tire? And I was like, yes. I was like, and I have to be at work in an hour. And she was like, well, I guess you can take my car. I was like, you don't need it? And she was like, no. And I was like, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I have to. So Sunday we had a meeting that was supposed to be at from 7 to 9 in the evening, and then my foot is like dead asleep. Ugh. Okay, so I'll just lift this up here because I've got to wake up my foot. So Sunday, we were supposed to have a meeting from 7 to 9, and they were like, oh, no, we want to do it for 3 hours. So then we had to change the meeting from the evening to the morning. So I had to be there at 7, I almost fell over, at 7:30 in the morning. Oh, it's starting to wake up again. I had to be there at 7:30 the next day, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have to be at work at 7:30 tomorrow morning. And she was like, well, I guess you'll just have to keep my car. And I was like, but I work till 2. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. Oh, now it's like all tingly. Oh my God. This is the worst. The worst. Okay. I really hate when your body parts fall asleep. And this thing is all wobbly. I need to get a new one. All right. Let's sit down now. Okay. Now that that's over. Oh. Okay, anyway. So, God, this smells disgusting. So she was like, I mean, yeah, I don't have a choice. You have to get to work. And I was like, okay. And so, I took her, damn it. I took her car, I almost said her phone. I took her car to work that night, and luckily, I was like really just complaining. I was complaining about having to be open an hour later, and because the last time we did that, like, no one came in at all. And so my boss, Lindsay, was like, hey, she was like, if no one is in here, like, in a 15-minute period, just close the store. And I was like, can we do that? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I've done this for a year now to test it out, and now, you know, if we're not busy, then just close the store. We're losing money being open. And I was like, oh, well, that makes me feel a little better. So basically no one came in after 9 o'clock, but we had been so busy all day that it took us forever to close. So I still didn't get out of there till 10:30. So then I went home and couldn't go to sleep until like after midnight is finally when I like decompressed and was able to go to sleep. And then the next morning my alarm, like, so I had plans to, because I always wash my hair on Sundays, so I had plans to get up and take a shower, wash my hair. Do you think that happened? Because it didn't. So, yeah, so I woke up I had my alarm set for 5 because I needed to at least leave here at 7. And I wanted to try and leave here a little earlier because I wanted to go get coffee. Because thanks to 7 Brew, coffee has become my new best friend. Because, yes, while 7 Brew, actually thanks to Hannah. Hannah's the one that told me to go. So, thanks to Hannah and thanks to 7 Brew, I now like coffee. Because, I mean, yes, their iced coffee still tastes like coffee, but it's not like a kick you in the crotch taste, which is what I feel like Starbucks and all of them are. Like, that coffee taste is so strong. And you know, oh shit, most people like that because they like coffee. I am not really a coffee drinker, but sometimes there are days where hot tea just doesn't cut it. You gotta get the good stuff. So I started going to 7 Brew, and it has changed my life because their coffee is amazing. So if you live in Northwest Arkansas and you haven't tried it yet, go. Do yourself a favor and go, because it's real good. So I've tried 4 flavors now. Smooth 7, the Blondie, Snickers, and the white chocolate mocha. White chocolate mocha is definitely my favorite. Hands down. Okay. So, anyway, continuing my story. So, that was my plan, was to take a shower and all that shit. That didn't happen. I laid in bed for like forever. And the bad thing is that I couldn't just get up at like 6:45 and leave and go to work for the meeting, because I actually had to stay and work after the meeting was over. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I've thought about it, I would have rather done that than had to have gone home and come back. I really would have rather just not worked at all, but that's not realistic. So yeah, that's why I had to get up so early, because I actually had to like look semi-presentable for the rest of the day since I had to work. So I didn't take a shower. I just got up and I was like, look, if I smell, I don't really care at this point because I am too tired. And anyway, so I went and got coffee, went to work, we had our meeting, which I actually liked because the purpose of the meeting was basically to like familiarize ourselves with all of the genes most of the genes that we have. And so that's what we got to do during the meeting, was we got to try on most of our jeans. And I've only ever worn and tried on our jeggings. So I was really curious to see like what else there was, that I liked. So I was really glad that we had this meeting, because I actually found some new jeans that I really want. I'm going to have to order them because I'm a short person and I need shorts, not regulars, because the regulars like hide my feet. Short girl probs. Anyway, so do yourself a favor and go to Torrid, and try on our Bombshell Skinnies and our Sky High. I think they're Sky High Skinnies. Just say Sky High, they don't know what you're talking about. They are amazing. I definitely want to get me a pair of both. So the Bombshells come in black, so I think I'll get black in those. And then the Sky Highs come in. They have one that I think we had one that was just regular and one that was distressed. And I think I want to get the distressed ones. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm glad that we got a chance to try all that on. So it was pretty great. And now, now we know, like, we can ask what someone's looking for, because I can't open this. Ugh. We've tried them all on. So yeah. Oh, but I didn't even get to never finish my story. Don't you see? This is what I struggle with all the time. Oh, so I the meeting ended at 10:30. I got to leave for 30 minutes and go get something to eat. And then I had to come back. And we opened an hour early at 11. So, oh, that mosquito is still in here. As long as it doesn't bite me, I don't care. It probably will. Anyway, so I was like dead tired. I just did not want to be there. I was ready to go home. But the bad thing was that, so Saturday night, my mom had texted me and she told me, hey, your brother and I went down to your house, took your tire off your car. You've got a nail in there. So she was like, we're going to have to go to Walmart after you get off work tomorrow and take the tire to get it fixed. So I didn't even have the prospect of me going home after work and like getting up in bed and going to sleep. Like I knew I had to go home and go to Walmart. And the TLE at Walmart takes forever. So I don't know if you guys know this, but like most of the people in the TLE, they aren't actual mechanics. Like they may at some point become actual mechanics, but they're all just trained on CBLs. So unless they've changed it, I haven't worked in a store for 4 years, so. But that's basically all, they're just trained on CBLs and then they work on people's cars. So that's why it takes so long. I don't go there. But Jane Walmart is like 5 seconds from our house, so that's where we went. And my mom was like, if you have your receipt, they can fix it for like $10. So I had my receipt and that's where we were going. So we went there and the girl was like, oh, it's going to be like an hour to an hour and a half. And I was like, oh my God. It's like, this is not okay. I was so tired. I complained all weekend about everything. I was just like, ugh. So my mom and I shopped around for a while, like a bit, like 10 minutes. My mom was like, I got some things to get. She got like 2 things. I had to get dog food for Luna, so I got that. So then we went back there and she was like, I was like, do you know how much longer it's going to be? And she was like, oh, it shouldn't be that, that much longer. I'm not sure. So we were like, whatever. So we decided to stay there and wait. Well, like 30 minutes later or something, this guy comes strolling, this guy in like a garage suit thing, comes strolling in, and the girl just looked at him and she was like, well, I thought you were here. She was like, where have you been? And he was like, I went to lunch. She was like, well, that explains why no one's tires are getting done. We've got people sitting here waiting for tires. And I didn't know that you weren't here, so I've been telling them like an hour. He was like, oh, I've been at lunch. I was like, oh my God. So fast forward to like an hour and a half later, we're still sitting there. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, he grabbed our tire. Like, she's looking out the window. He grabbed the tire. He's doing it. And so it didn't take very much longer after that. And so he set it back up there, and finally, my mom, like, we hightailed it out of their little waiting room, and the girl was like, I am so sorry that it took that long. And I was like, no, it's fine. It's okay. And it wasn't okay, but I'm not going to sit there and make her feel bad about something she has no control over. So she was like, I went to go put my card in, and she was like, oh, can you take your card out? And I was like, yeah. I was like, is something wrong? And she was like, oh, no, she was like, you guys had to wait for a really long time, and I'm going to give you a discount. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that is so nice of you. And she was like, you guys have been patiently waiting and I feel really bad and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't have to pay at all. She gave me, I mean, it was only $10, but she comped the whole thing. And I was like, you know, you didn't have to do that. I was like, that's really nice. And she was like, no, you guys waited forever. So yeah, I got, stupid brush. So I got, my tire fixed for free. So then by the time we left there, it was like after 5. We were there for so long because I got off work at 2. So, yeah. We were there for so long. But, what was I saying? Oh, but yeah, so I got home. I let out my dog. I warmed up some pizza because I had friends come over on Friday and I had leftover pizza. So I warmed up some pizza. I ate it. And I stayed up a little bit, but I was asleep by 8 o'clock. I was really tired. And I woke up Monday at 5:30 like I always do, and I swear to God the 9 hours of sleep was not long enough. Because I'm still tired. What's really bad is that, like, this new job with Walmart that I have right now is so disorganized. No one knows what's going on. They keep telling us to do one thing and then telling us to stop doing it and start something else. And it's just really disorganized and it's stressing me out. So I'm having a hard time falling asleep because I'm so stressed out about what's going on there. And I know you're supposed to leave work at work, but that's not how shit works for me. At all. So, not my thing. But yeah, that was my eventful weekend, you know. I'm just ready for my vacation. So much. I have so much planned and I don't know. I just am kind of afraid I won't be able to get everything done in 5 days. Because I do have a lot of stuff that, like, I want to go see, but I don't have, like, an itinerary for myself. I just have a list of places that I want to go. So, because I don't, while yes, I do, you know, want to see all of these things, this is my first trip ever by myself. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to feel the whole time. So there may be a day where I just don't feel up to leaving the place that I'm staying, you know? I just don't know how I'm going to be in a place that a foreign, I mean, it's basically foreign to me. I mean, I know it's in the United States, but it's a new place for me. I'm there without anyone that I know. I don't know how things are going to go for me. So people keep telling me that I'll love it, and I think that they're right, but you just never know. So I don't know. We'll see. I just keep trying to remind myself that I don't have there's no expectations for me on this trip. Like I said, I'm by myself. I don't have anyone waiting on me to go do stuff. I don't have anyone's schedule to stick to. So if there is a day where I just don't feel like leaving the hostel, then I'm not going to leave. you know, I don't want to overexert myself and be miserable when, especially like the first couple days when I have a ways to go before I can go home. So, I don't know. I'm ready for this trip. I'm ready to see how I like it. Because I have so many more places that I want to go. So many more. Like, I definitely want to go to Los Angeles. So I have already been there before. I went, when I was in 10th grade, me and my mom and my brother and my stepdad went to San Diego for a week. And we did a day trip to Los Angeles. And it was fun, but we were only there for a day, so we didn't really get to do that much. And I want to actually, like, spend some time there. And there's some of these places that I really want to go to where people are like, oh, don't go there, you know, it smells there, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go. So stop telling me not to go. Like, if you don't want to go, that's fine. But guess what? I'm not asking you to go. This is strictly for me. Okay. But, yeah, I want to go to Los Angeles. There's lots of stuff I want to see there. Where else? San Francisco's one. Austin, Texas, because food. New York. There's so much I want to see in New York. That's one of the places where people keep telling me it smells there. I don't care. I want to go. Where? Boston is another one. I want to go there. I would definitely love to see a Red Sox game. And bonus points if they're playing the Royals. I still haven't figured out if I'm going to go see a Mariners game when I'm in Seattle. I have to figure that out. Because Saturday and Sunday they're playing the Yankees. So I'd rather go see them play the Yankees, and then I think that week they're playing the Padres, so I'd rather go see the Yankees. Just because it'll probably be a better game. No offense to Padre fans out there. I don't really know how the Padres are playing, and I don't care to know. So. Where else do I want to go? Chicago. That's another one. So I almost got the chance to go there a lot because my sister was going to move there and she changed her mind and she's staying in Kansas for now. Which I'm glad for because it's a 3.5-hour drive as opposed to a 9-hour drive or a flight I'd have to take. So I have no idea what time it is. Probably close to 7 because this is a 48 long-minute video and I think I started recording sometime after 6. I need to get a clock in my room. I don't have my iPad with me because during the week I leave it at work. So it's at work right now. But yeah, I'm really excited for my Seattle trip. I'm really kind of bummed. I wanted to go see the Amazon Spheres because they have 1 or 2 Saturdays out of the month. They have it where you can schedule a time to go in there and see them. But the only day in September is September 1st, which is a week before I get there. So I'll just have to look at them from the outside. Boo. Guys, I'm so tired. I'm just ready. I hope I have enough time to get coffee. I really want coffee. So I find it that I keep having huge problems putting on lipstick. Like, I don't know what's happening. I used to be really good at it. And now it keeps not going very well. I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong. See, like, that keeps happening. It's very frustrating. I wish I had some music, because this wouldn't be so awkward. Boom, baby. All right, so I'm gonna do my hair. Should I do it on here? Maybe I should. I'll try it. See how that goes. Can I tell what time it is? No, it doesn't tell me. So dumb. Get all this mountain of hair off my head. I'll just go like this. Yeah, right. It's really hard to get a hair tie out of your hair when you have these long ass nails. And now I just look like Cousin It. Alrighty then. So, today I need a tiny hair tie. I know I saw one. Oh, it's on the floor. And my ass cheek is going numb. I cannot wait to get my vanity. Can I just tell you that? Can I tell you that? Because this is ridiculous. Oh. Okay. It's really hot in here. All right. Ow. Ow. Okay. My leg is numb. So, yesterday, it was released that Karen and Georgia, from My Favorite Murder, are writing a book. I'm really excited. So, for those of you who don't know what that is, My Favorite Murder is a podcast where they talk about puppies. No, murder. And so it's really hard to describe this because we all know that murder's not funny. But this podcast is a comedy podcast about murder. So if you're into true crime, you should do yourself a favor and go listen, because it's really good. It's just so good. And Karen and Georgia are really like pro mental health and like, you know, women's rights, and not pro Trump. And so if you're pro Trump, sorry, not sorry, don't listen to it. I mean, who knows? You might still enjoy it, but speaking as someone who has a family member who supports Trump, anytime anything bad is said about Trump, they just fly off the deep end. So, I'm just saying. But it's just such a good podcast, and they're so funny, and they're just great people. Great women. I really hope that they do a show in Arkansas. So they travel around and do live shows. And they haven't came to Arkansas yet. Which really bums me out. But, you know, I started thinking about it, like, would they let them play, like, at the amp? Because I really doubt it. I mean, I doubt Walmart would want them at the amp, which is just a travesty. But being honest here, you know, just being honest. Ow, get in there. Man, so my hair looks so much more purple on camera. I like it. So I actually don't dye my hair this color. It's from my shampoo. I use the purple shampoo to take out the brassiness. And I leave it in longer than I guess you're supposed to. And it does this to my hair. I really like it. It's pretty. Though this needs to be fixed because it looks weird. But I can't get it out because of these goddamn nails. So guess what? It's gonna stay in there. Now that looks weird. I'll just stick that over there. That's fine. But I do at some point want to buy Overtone, which is a color conditioner, for those of you who don't know. And I want to put silver and pastel purple in my hair, because it would look fabulous. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I went to the bank yesterday. So my card expires this month and I haven't gotten a new card. Normally they send you a new card before the month of your expiration date gets here. So I was kind of shocked, like, why I still haven't gotten it. And it keeps getting, rejected, I guess, when I try and use it some places. Like, when I went to yoga last week and I tried to book my spot for the class, it was like, your card is invalid, it's expired. And I was like, no, because the expiration date on your card is truly not till the end of that month. And so, really, my card doesn't expire until the 31st. But I can't use it when I book my yoga class. And I can't use it when, so I had some things I need to pay for on PayPal. My friend Emily owns a boutique, sort of, like an online thing. And, I ordered something from her, and then my friend Hannah, she sells Unique, and I ordered something from her, and they both need me to pay for it on PayPal, but PayPal thinks my card is invalid. So anyway, so I went to the bank yesterday, and so the one in Bentonville on Walton in front of the transportation office, they actually can print cards now, which is, they just got remodeled, so that's like a brand new thing. And so they were the only ones open past 5 o'clock in the area. Well, in like my nearest vicinity. And I needed to go check out my card, but I have my debit card still said my married last name on it. And the only way to get it changed is if you bring in your divorce decree, which is so dumb. You have to have your divorce decree to change your Social Security card. So that should be sufficient enough. And when I changed my driver's license, you had to have your Social Security card changed. So again, my driver's license should be sufficient enough, but no, they had to see the divorce decree. Oh my God, we have to see it. So I finally, after 3 years, brought it in, and those people at Arvest are so goddamn nosy. Asking me basically to recount my story about my divorce, like, oh, how long were you married? Oh, what happened? And it's just like, it's almost like they never met a divorced person in their life. Like, they wanted me to just spill all my tea right there. I was like, look, I just want my card so I can get the fuck out of here. So stop asking me my business and just give me my card and let me leave. And then that guy just kept saying, oh, I feel so sorry for you that you had to go through this. And I'm like, dude, don't feel sorry for me. I'm fine. Like, yeah, the first couple of years was real hard, and I had to basically pull myself out of this giant pit that I had fallen in. But honestly, it was the best decision I ever made. And I'm fine. Like, I bought my own house, and I'm going to Seattle in a month, and I have a dog. Like, I'm great. And he was like, oh, well, here I am over here feeling sorry for you, and you're just living your life. And I'm like, yeah, that's what people do. They go through shit, and they move on. So give me my card so I can get the fuck out of here. Ah! So I got my new card, so I'll be paying my friends today. I should have done it last night, but I just wanted to go to bed, which is what I did. So, okay, so I'm done I will get dressed real quick and come back. Now I know how to merge videos together, so you don't have to sit here watching my bathroom walls while I get dressed, because I know how to merge videos now. So I will just do it and come back. Give me a second, okay? Okay, this is me, ready for work now. Got my beautiful black tank with the little design lace, and then my hot pink blazer, like the business Barbie that I am. Okay, so it's way later than I thought, so I'm gonna go. But thanks for watching. I hope you liked everything you saw. If you have any questions about anything I used, I know I didn't talk about it, but I was in a hurry. So if you have any questions about anything, please ask me. I have no qualms about answering questions. You can always follow me on Instagram at Susuellie, Susuellie. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.